Hey Virgo, or Chinese you rooster, meetable beautiful earth. I hope you guys are doing amazing and happy Friday. Thank you guys so much for all your support. When we get 10 more subscribers, we will give away another free giveaway reading. If you guys want to participate, just let me know your names in the comment section below. I will add your name into the name jar, and just make sure you're subscribed so that if I do announce you, you'll see it. Either way, we're tapping in to see what are people saying about you as of lately and why. So the first card coming out is ripeness, number 9. You guys could be September Virgos, maybe you're born on September 9th specifically. You could be life path number 9. Something about the 9th house energy could be with Jupiter, Sagittarius, something about traveling, philosophy, expansion. There could be something that you guys are really ripening in when it comes to like the knowledge of specific mysterious things, or more of like the undiscovered things, or the things that we don't really put too much time and energy into, in a sense of like the world, right? So there's something that you guys are enhancing when it comes to philosophy and learning about the way of the actual world, and not being in some kind of illusion when it comes to how the world views things and what they really, succumb to, in a sense. So you are like more above the average mindset, and this is something people are saying. This is what's being talked about, some kind of burden on the bottom. So maybe these people are burdened by your growth, the fact that you're actually growing and acknowledging things that maybe they never once thought to acknowledge, is something that they're mentioning. And then, of course, spirit only sees the things that you're doing that are great things. And the way that it's actually affecting these individuals for what they are saying is triggering some kind of activation within themselves, so that they can go in and reflect as well. So there's something really good happening with what you're doing, okay? And just what people are saying, not really knowing what they're doing, is actually speaking about how Virgo has, grown, matured, like all of a sudden has access to so much stuff, has like shared so many things, like where did they learn all this? Where did they find the time to learn all this? You guys could be ripening some relationships in your life too, and only really giving into certain ones. Like, in a sense, like if you were a tree and you were making and producing fruit, right? Just like this ripeness, you would keep producing the fruit that was actually nurturing to you as well. So whatever's giving back to you, you're going to give to it. So you kind of just stop really giving to people that were causing you to feel confused or conflicted within your journey. And you're like, well, to eliminate confusion, I have to eliminate the people who are also confused with their own journey. So let's see what we have here. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Universe. Thank you, God, for showing up today. People are definitely noticing that you're not the same, okay? With the Three of Swords energy coming through, it's Libra or Chinese, your dog. Of course, it could be something about like third house energy, which is the opposite sign of Sagittarius, in that sense, Gemini, right? Or Mercury, but there is a lot of pain that you used to be in. You could have been very depressed, very sad, very emotionally disrupted and disturbed. There could have been a lot of things that you did that had repercussions and such. We all just have to learn in our own way, but you're not the same as you used to be. So whatever it was that you were, this is something that's being noticed. So when people are talking about the ripeness, obviously like the maturity, the growth, the differences that you have made in your life. You have the Emperor taking on responsibility. You could be a father, you could be a mother, right? But the feeling is just holding down the fort in some way, being responsible, taking accountability, being in the high standards and ethics and morals and intelligence, right? Masculine's energy, but it doesn't have to mean that you are a Virgo masculine watching this. It could be that you have the feminine energy within you that you are, but you have also enhanced on masculinity traits within yourself too, because we are all, polarity. We all have masculine and feminine within us. So number 4, something about maybe 34. You guys could be between the ages of 34 and 43. But I know for a fact that this tells me, 93 is here too, which is the year of the rooster. It's my year. That's one of the real reasons I know. That's why I know I relate to Virgo as well as my ascending sign, which is, the first thing people see in you when they meet you. And that's something people really notice is like that Virgo trait, that organized, practical, logical, and that's just who I am when I first meet people, in a sense, because I have to use my discernment, around new people. I don't know who to trust really, so I had to have that like off-putting energy in a sense, so people, would recognize that as like a Virgo's energy. But once they get to truly know me, I think they get to know more of the Sagittarius moon sign than they do the Pisces side, because I'm a sun sign Pisces, but I don't feel like you get to first know the Pisces side of me. It takes a while to really get to know that part. In the sense, I feel like that's only the case because my Lilith is also a Pisces, and the Lilith energy is more of a secretive side. So I do feel like my sun sign Pisces does kind of keep itself in its own secret domain. It only comes out when it really feels like it's okay. But the emperor is telling me that there's a lot of, you know glory and things that you could be taking pride in, children, and or it could be your possessions and things you've earned, your hard work that you put into to receive, great things, rewards and such. There's just things that you really idolize and care about and put all the potential to. If you have a car, you pay the payment. You if you have whatever it is, truck, or even if it's something else, you just make sure you're taking care of it. Maybe some of these people that are talking about you once upon a time thought you were very irresponsible, thought you didn't do a lot of things the correct way, how people be. But this is like more or less, I feel like the reason why you guys needed this specific question, like what are people saying about you? It's not to like bring up your past and try to like, I know people would love to do that, to throw it in your face, but that's not what I'm trying to do. I want you to realize that there's something within this that's trying to reassure you about what people are saying. In the sense, they're noticing things, right? So there's something about what you're doing, even though it doesn't really matter what other people think at all, because that's not what we care about. It's more of like the spiritual message trying to guide you to the fact of like what you're doing is right. So just keep on the same path, okay? Because it doesn't matter what people think, really. But if in anything, if obviously you're curious to see, and I feel like it's more of a reassurance of like people are really being affected by you doing what you're doing, ripening, learning, growing, and sharing too. But this is something that a Virgo's energy is actually meant to do. They are meant to go through. I think Virgos go through some very excruciating, upsetting, and very disorienting lessons, but that's because the Virgos to be challenged, because they are very organized, they are very logical, they are also very perfectionist type of individuals. So of course with anything Virgo goes through, they are going to feel like it's that much harder because it's not perfect at all, nowhere near perfect. So and it's a sense of like Virgos doing the things to make things perfect. They will keep practicing until it is, and that's the hard work and that's the determination. And some of these energies you could have once upon a time or still have that sense of care for what they think of you, but maybe not as much as you did at one point, but you still have a sense to see what they're saying, which what I'm telling you is that they are reflecting upon themselves in some way from what you're trying to teach the world, share and experience. You have the King of Wands and the Fool. See, you're charismatic, you're daring to be different than like the rest of your family or the rest of your friends or whatever. You're just not the same, right? The Fool is always taking a leap of faith towards something new, basically a commitment to something new, something different, always wanting to go after the mystery, the unknown, learning more and more, always open to experience whatever the experience may be, because the bad comes with the good and the good comes with the bad, and you're ready for whatever happens, and it's like you're ready to receive, you're ready to let go of whatever's meant to be let go of, because you're always taking full gratitude and you're not taking things for granted when you have them. Okay, Leo, Cancer, we're in Cancer season, right? So I feel like the next 2 months specifically are going to be really good. The Aries energy of Chinese your dragon is here too. Well, we do have Libra too, right? Your Virgo season is the only thing that splits Leo and Libra away. So maybe something to do with Cancer, Leo, and Libra seasons that are going to be very specific for you during Chinese Your Dragon, of course. the Fool is Aquarius and Chinese your Tiger. So I feel like with the Fool, it's more of like, because you know that Aquarius is, like, quote, is I change. And I feel like this is something that you daring to be different is going to change something specific. And it's all about innocent intentions. It's almost like you don't need so much to go with you anywhere, you know? If anything, it's like my glass is half full. I'm already happy with what I have. If anything else comes my way, I'm happy to receive it, especially if it's something that's been needed by me or something I've been manifesting. Now, there's things you could always have come your way that you can always refuse. You don't have to always accept every single thing that comes your way, right? But I feel like you are in that sense of wanting to challenge your mentality in a lot of ways, not to mention when you challenge your mentality, you find more things about your creativity. You find more things about your intuition. You find more things about your inner divinity. You find more things about specific inner healing, like guidance. Like you find things about how to deal with these things, how to register these things, how to basically utilize your cognition to process all of this information. And so I feel like you just really like to know more and more. And like there's so much to learn, like you're only on like the small end of the learning scale in that sense, because maybe within what it is that we could all know, you know, you're at maybe like a 25% knowledge of what it is. And that's just like the universal all knowledge. I'm not talking about like just regular earth knowledge, because if you think about it, the ocean is huge, but the universe is bigger. We don't know all the things about the ocean, let alone the universe, you know? So we only know so much of what the ocean is, because what is it, like really 15% or 25% or 30% of the ocean, something like that, has only been discovered truthfully, or at least to our knowledge, because of what they won't let us know, those kinds of things. But either way, it's just like that sense. You're really learning and you're growing and you're ripening, and that's what people are noticing and, well, talking about. You're daring to be different. You're a leader, right? You're the creator of your life, and you are creating your own reality. People are noticing that. They're probably some of these people that maybe you had triggered in a wrong way back in the day, whether you had said something that was truthful and you needed to say it, they didn't like it, whatever. People don't always like the truth, but the truth isn't always easy to hear. A lot of these people were like, wow, I can't believe Virgo's going anywhere. Like, we thought that, Virgo would get karma. We thought Virgo would, go down the rabbit hole, or just like fall down all the way, like down the hill, like pretty much never make it. Okay. And I know it's probably going to give you more motivation to push harder, of course, but you don't really have to do anything. Just knowing the fact that but they thought wrong. Just know that sometimes when we think things, it doesn't mean that thought's right. Okay. And you should know that for a fact. So it's not all about thought, it's about the intuitive energy that you are feeling with the thought you are having. And your thought, you're going to make sure that there's two voices in your head all the time. You got to make sure that that second voice, because the first voice is always the intuition, but that second voice has got to be on board with the positive mindset. Otherwise, it's going to spiral, out of control. It's like the little devil or the little angel. You're going to let the devil or the angel be the second voice. You're going to let the angel be the one that gives you the positive inspiration. Yes, that's great. Yes, your intuition's right. That's right. Boom, boom. Yes, yes, yes. That's the way. That's the way. Or you're going to let the negative energy get in the way, which is like the ego, which is like the, conditions and the projections and the opinions of other people that have made you feel a certain type of way, made you doubt yourself in some way. That's the negative energy, like trying to, that's not right. That's not right, and you're having this intuitive feeling and you're like, no, it's right, it's right, but you're like, that negative self-talk stuff going on in there, you're letting that devil win instead of, the angel. So we all have a good portion of dark and light in us, and if you could keep it in a balance, that there's some things that can be negative. Being open to the fact that there is negative is probably the best way to be, and not to expect it to always constantly be positive. You know what I mean? But knowing that you're not really expecting anything at all and you're just allowing whatever to come through, but also having a good set of intentions towards what it is that you are really creating in your future for your reality, how you're trying to, proportion your life together. I just feel like you are creating, something to do with the mind, something to do with the mentality, something to do with the knowledge, something to do with the learning and the experiencing and the growth. Yeah, the Page of Pentacles, exactly. You're excelling. And that's what people are talking about. And you're excelling in a way that people didn't realize was a way to excel, is all. It's the fact that you have proven to be a different type of example setter. Okay? Page of Pentacles is an earth energy, so Virgo, you are there. Capricorn is the full moon today. And Taurus is Chinese year snake. Capricorn's Chinese year ox. But yes, this is everything you need and more. This is good news coming your way, good earthly news. So not just like the good news coming your way, but something around the earth, involving the earth. Some kind of good earthly news. Okay? Another feeling with the Page of Pentacles I'm feeling specifically is something about moderation and balance for sure. When you are creating, you're in this moderate sensation, you are grounded, you are stable headed, stable hearted, stable within your chakra alignment. Like a lot of things when you're manifesting, it's just coming in a sense of true groundedness and the things that you are perceiving, new things that you're perceiving, they're helping you to illuminate and bring more awareness and clarity and lessen the confusion, lessen the clouds, so kind of the clouds start to disappear. So it's less of a clouded mind and more of a clear mind. So that's the feeling I'm getting with that. Okay. So we have take your power back and stand up for yourself because you always will deserve better. You have when I think of you, my panties get soaked and I really want to play from a feminine. I honestly did not believe true love even existed until I gazed upon you. So with the situation of love, since this isn't what I was really feeling in that sense, now that I have it, if you're a masculine and you're this Emperor, King of Wands vibe, right? Yeah, you definitely have a feminine that's turned on by you instantly, okay, like a waterfall. And if you are a feminine energy, this is something that, you've been inspired by this masculine. And you're like, I honestly did not even believe true love even existed from all the pain and agony, betrayal I had to go through. With this energy of a masculine shared so many things with you that dared you to be different, to excel. And this is something that you've been inspired by. So that's what I got. Let's actually get a All Things Considered Part 1 by your girl, Megan Cook. Let's see. Yeah, you guys got Let's Get Lost, the clouds. And see how the clouds are starting to how they're lined, right? And it seems like they're kind of, if you were to think of it, was all cloudy, it's starting to shrivel. Okay, but Let's Get Lost by G-Eazy. Take me down, take me all the way down tonight. Soon I'll be leaving. Break me down, break me all the way down tonight before the night is over. Let's get lost, let's get lost. An incredible composer or songwriter, could be specific here. Something to do with the durability of structures made of rock and stone often means that they are correlate with the divine and the eternal. Homes are not only built for the living, but for the dead as well. Stone creations often emblematize the passage from one life to the next. Okay? Something specific with your energy of being as strong and durable as a rock or a stone. Much love. Hope this was helpful.